Good morning, students. Today I am going to discuss about social study, class 7 standard. So it is the second chapter, the rulers of the Delhi. The rulers of the Delhi. Let us see, before going to start this lesson, sources. When you are going to study about that history, sources should be there. Without sources, we cannot imagine, we cannot study about that history. Sources are basis of history. It is the basement pillars of the history. Sources, what is that sources? If there is no sources, I can say that no history. Without sources, we cannot found a history. It is the history. So first I am going to start the lesson, the rulers of Delhi, and first sources. Sources means evidence, proof. So what is the sources for available for the rulers of Delhi? First, inscriptions. In the olden ages, the people were writing something on the stone. It is called inscriptions. What they have done in the life, that is maybe achievement or something else, they are going to write on the stone. So it is, we can study about that inscription. So many inscriptions are available for the Delhi Sultans. That's why we can study easily. It is whether he is good king or not, whatever it may be. So inscriptions are main things. It is the main significant parts of sources. Inscriptions, many more inscriptions are there, but it is particularly not there in your textbook. Just you identify that it is the main sources. It is the sources are very important for the history. Next, monuments. Monuments means temple and buildings. So many monuments were there built by kings in the history of Delhi. Monuments, for example, the Red Fort and so Taj Mahal. It is the Taj Mahal is belong to Mughal Empire. So many Birla Mandir, I think it is in the Delhi. So many monuments also available for study. So next, coins. Coins also very essential for the history. Coins, you can study by the coin, knowing the coin. They have given their faces on the coin. He was the great king of Delhi. So after that, architecture's information. Architecture's information means, architecture means who is going to build the building. It is called engineer. Nowadays we can call engineers. Architecture's information also available for study history. So these things are very important for the history. So without these things, we cannot study about the history. That is, keep it in your mind. So after that, I am going to study particular person. First, who was the king or queen of the Delhi in the age of 1236? The first, she was becoming Sultan of Delhi. Her name Razia Sultan. She was the first Indian queen of history. So who was the Indian queen of? So who was the first Indian queen of history? Means the Razia Sultan. Let us discuss about her in your textbook. So one more thing I want to remind it. So the language of Delhi is Persian. So nowadays we are studying English, Kannada, Telugu like that now. Persian, they were all books and so many inscriptions written by Persian language. We can call now poet. Poet means those are going to write the textbooks. So it is called Tariq. In the people of Delhi, they were calling the poet. It is called Tariq. It is the plural, singular form. So plural form, Tariqs. Tariqs means poet. So let us see about that Razia Sultan. Keep the following additional details in mind. The authors of Tariq lived in cities. The Tariqs were lived in the cities of Delhi. So, and hardly even in villages, they often wrote their histories for sultans and the people and hope of rich rewards, because their intention is that explaining and describing about the king, how was my king, what he had done. They are going to write the detail about their achievement in the textbook. So it is called Tariqs. Tariqs were lived in the small villages also, even cities also. So in Delhi, for these others advised rulers the need to preserve an ideal social order based on right and gender distinction. They described in the Tariq in the textbook about that ideal thoughts and social reformers, social orders based on right. Right means the ideal of administrative. So in 2036, in 1236 age, in the age of 1236, the Rajya became a Sultan of Delhi. Let's see what he had done. Rajya became a sultan. The chronicler of the age, Miraji Suraj, recognized that she was more able and qualified than all her brother. So one more person was there, name of Minaj E Siraj. He can't bear of her because he had 4 or 5 brothers. But Rajya Sultan was going to become a queen of Delhi. He can't bear of that. He could not bear of that. Why ladies should be queen of that Delhi? He thought much of, I have 4 brothers. Anybody can able to become king of Delhi. So, but Rajya were very stronger than all. She was very more qualified person. So, but he was not comfortable at having a queen as ruler. Then I told you, as I told, they can't bear of that Rajya Sultan. Those are going to become a queen. Ladies like Rajya Sultan. That is the main weakness of Delhi Sultan. They have given lot of contribution to Indian culture and traditional wear. Definitely I am proud of. We should proud of that Delhi Sultans. But thing is that they could not bear of that women's. They were not ready to stand as a king of or queen of the Sultan empire. So where the nobles happy they had attempts to rule independently. So he thought that I should rule the country. I should rule the empire. Specific person as my brother. Otherwise myself. So she was removed from the throne in 1214. So here, so Rajya Sultan administrate collapse by these fellow. So she had been removed by these people in the year of 1240. So let us see what she had done now. Achievement of, I can say that achievement, contributions, what she had given for the Delhi Sultan. How was she? We don't forget study about these things. So Mina Siraj thought that queen's rule went against the social idea, social order created by God, in which women were supposed to be a subordinate to man. He therefore asked in the register of God's creation, since her account did not fall under the column of man. But you know that I told earlier what they were thinking about that queen, that Rajya Sultan. Although he had ruled the country, Sultan empire for 4 years, she given lot of contributions for the people of Delhi. How many kingdoms, no, not a kingdom, how many monuments and cities they were going to build during of her. So after that, on her inscriptions and coins, Razia mentioned that she was the daughter of Sultan Iltutmish. So she was the daughter of Sultan Iltutmish. So Sultan Iltutmish also belonged to Delhi Sultan. So Delhi Sultan, this was in contrast to the Queen Rudramadevi. And I told you now, inscriptions are very, very important. We are getting information from these inscriptions all about that Razia Sultan is also belonged to. She came from Rudramadevi, modern Andhra Pradesh. Rudramadevi changed her name on inscriptions and she was a man. Another queen ruled in Kashmir 1980. Her titles is interesting. It comes Didi or elder sister. She called her sister as a Didi. In the Didi means is a sister, elder sister. Didi means elder sister. So she was the 100%. She was a Razia Sultan. So she came from that Rudramadevi. It is in the Andhra Pradesh. So she came affection from that, affectionate from given to a loud rule by her subject. So she came to directly Razia Sultan. CBSE was become a queen of Delhi in the year of 236. After 4 years, she removed by so many persons like that. First I mentioned that her name Minaj-e-Siraj. So let us see. Next. In the early 13th century, the control of the Delhi Sultans rarely went beyond heavily fortified towns occupied by garrisons. So after her removed, so people were very strongly together to control the country. So many kings were raised in the kingdom. So they started that the Sultan seldom controlled the hinterland of the cities. It is called hinterland. Hinterland means full of cities. Full of cities. So garrison means so strong cities. They were going to build the hinter city. They given the significant importance to the hinterlands and garrisons. Garrisons means it's a full of cities burned heavily fort-filled towns occupied by garrisons. Controlling garrisons town is distant Bengal and Sindh from Delhi was extremely difficult. But these garrisons are there now. So it is not easy to control from. These are not easy to control from the Bengal and Sindh. Sindh and Bengal is, so Bengal and Sindh is, so neighbor states. It is the neighbor states. So they were very strong. They were giving torture to the Delhi Sultans to rule the country. It is very difficult to control that. It is a challenge for the king of Delhi. How to rule the country? How to rule the country with the social judicial. So after that, the first scent of champion along the internal frontier of the Sultanate aimed at considerating in hinterlands of garrison lands. During these campaigns, forests were cleared in the Ganga, Yamuna, Doab and hunter-gatherers and expelled from their habitat. These lands were given to peasant and agriculture was encouraged. But one thing, it is very good for the it is a good very pleasant weather. You can see pleasant weather in the area of hinterland and garrisons to grow crop and grow the seeds. So for the agriculture, it is a pleasant weather for the agriculture. Whatever you go to grow the crop. So garrison towns and towns were established to protect trade routes and to promote regional trade, because the intention of this hinterland and garrisons main is save. It is the save garrison towns and towns. It is a way established to protect trade routes and the promote regional trade. Regional trade means local trade. Local trade, what they are going to do in the country, in the inside of the empire. It is a very good weather for the agriculture and local trade. The second expansion occurred along the external frontier of Sultanate, military expedition. Next is the first they have, second they have given importance for, so military expedition. It is very strong. It was very strong in the during of Sultans. What? How was this? So soldier, what they are expecting from the king? So expeditions are very. It is the, I can say that it is the symbol of achievement. Expedition means war. They are going to ride on other sector like Bengal, Sindh, neighbor sectors, military with the strong military force. Strong military force means they are getting salary, they are expecting salary from the king, whoever become a king of Delhi Sultan. Military were very strong. It is military expedition means when they got a horrible situation from others, they were going to attack them with the help of the strong military expeditions. They are going to against of them with the doing war. So by the end, Muhammad Tughlaq reasoned 150 years after somewhat humble beginnings, the armies of the Delhi Sultanate had marched across the large part of the subcontinent. So they were becoming very, very famous. Everyone were afraid of that Sultan, the military system of Sultan, especially Rajia Sultan, Iltutmish, Alauddin Khilji, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, and so many Sayyid Lodi, Ibrahim Lodi, so many kings were there, ruled the kingdom of Delhi. So they were strong, built very, very strong empire with the help of military expedition, with the help of military supporting role. So they had defeated rival armies and seized cities. The Sultanate collected taxes from peasantry and dispensed justice in it's a real means after winning this contest, after this winning war, they are expecting, they are getting taxes from them, enemies. They should be under control of the ruler of Delhi. After that losing, defeated war, they had to pay money, emerald, diamond, gold, etc., etc. like. Okay, so let us next chapter we will discuss about the closer look administration and consolidation under the Khilji and Tughlaq. Thank you very much.